Okay, we're going to build an agent-backed copilot for ZenBin. This video will walk you through the steps you need to create an agent, create a knowledge base for your website, and then attach a copilot link to that agent to your website. We're going to use ZenBin as our example website, and we're going to go into Scout and start with the inbox and say create an agent that will answer questions about zenbin.org. And Scout's going to create this agent and set it up to answer questions about zenbin.org. And then once it finishes, we're going to create a knowledge base for that. As it's creating the agent, we can start to create a knowledge base. Here we go. We can view our agent details. And then we've got the ability to write files. We don't need that. Execute. We don't need that. We've got Google search, but we want it to be able to look through a knowledge base. Now that we're viewing our agent, we're in studio mode. We can go to databases. First, let's save. And then we go to databases, and let's create a database called ZenBin. We'll name this ZenBin. And then we'll name the table. We want to capture content, but we also want to capture the URL, and we want to capture the title, which will be a single line text. And we'll just call this title. And then we're going to use our sources icon and create a source, which will be a website crawler. And with this crawler, we're going to crawl https zenbin.org. And we need to map our fields and some other things with additional settings. We can set this down here to be a max depth of 3 and a total page count of 10. And then our mapping, we're going to map URL to URL, title to title, and content to content. We can turn on scheduled updates and say, yeah, let's do every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Sounds good. We'll create that and run that. That's going to start syncing. It will build a row for each page, indexed, ready to search. As that's going, go over to agents, our ZenBin expert, and tools. Search for query a table, configure that to our ZenBin web table, save, and say, how does an agent publish a website with ZenBin? The agent can read the skill, generate some HTML, and then publish by running a post command. Pretty cool. We've got our expert, but now we need to create a copilot to embed on our web page. To do this, we can go to Add Deployments, and we can select Copilot, Create Copilot, And we'll just name this Ask Me. Just Ask Me. That's probably good enough. And then we're going to basically change this. We'll leave it at dark theme. And for style, we'll choose neutral. And then for installation, this is the important step. We want to copy this and to embed into our website, we're going to go to our source code here and just go nvm source routing landing, which is our landing page. We're going to find the body tag. Maybe body. There we go. And then we're going to paste these two lines into our landing page. And we'll save that. And then we'll rerun our local website. And if everything works well, when we go to localhost 3000, we should see our Copilot right here. And we can see the Copilot. It says Copilot. Let's change the name. Let's go back to Scout and go to General. And let's change the name. Maybe I just didn't save it. Okay. Let's refresh. Let me try that again. Greeting message. That looks about right. Let's see. Let's refresh. There we go. And just like that, we have a Copilot on our website ready for any user to ask questions about. And the nice thing is we have it scheduled. If any of our web pages change, then the Copilot will pick it up every week and incorporate that in its knowledge base. Pretty cool.